If you're just picking up the game, we're going to tell you how to hold the golf club right now, right?
Right.
Grip's important.
Well, even for people that are not just starting out, even
Yep.
for your more seasoned golfer, like grip it can affect everything with your golf club.
So when I go play in Pro-Am, celebrity events, those types of things, you usually have 3 or 4 people in the group. I can tell you right now that I change a minimum of 2 of the people's grips in the group. And it's uncomfortable to do.
I bet that's hard for them to play.
Well, but at the end of the day, they want to know why it's going too far to the right as for a right-handed player and they can't stop it. Well, problem is they can't square the club up because they don't have a good grip. So let's work on it. First things first, what I want you to do is go ahead and hold on to the golf club. Here, face that way like you're getting ready to hit. Hold on to the golf club. Let's take the right hand off. Let's just put the left hand on. So what you'll see, and important for Lauren and what she does is she keeps it in her fingers. You want to keep the golf club in your fingers. You don't want to get
you
it.
don't want to grab it.
Yeah, grab it and work it through the palm of your hand. So you'll be in trouble if you do that. So keep it in your fingers like that. That is perfect. That's number 1. Number 2 is that when you see that she sits the golf club down on the ground, because she keeps it in her fingers, she has a little bit of a, kind of an angle here. So she doesn't have to hinge the club as much because it's already pre-done by the way that she holds the golf club in her grip. So that's a good spot right there. Number 2, let's lift it up again. We got to put our right hand on, right? So we put our right hand on. There's many different ways to do this. Lauren overlaps. What that means is when Lauren overlaps is she takes her pinky finger and puts it between her middle finger and her index finger and wraps it over. The rest of her hand just goes around the golf club. Now there's a couple other options to do there. She can also interlock, which means she puts those fingers in there like that, right? And then the last option is just a basic 10-finger grip. Yeah, why are you making fun of the 10-finger grip? You don't like that, huh?
I mean, it's some people, you have, with these grips, some people do better with others than others. And some people are used to the 10-finger if they play baseball or softball. And you just got to find what's most comfortable.
Well, the key, go back to 10-finger. If you are going to use the 10-finger, they have to stay as close together as possible. You don't want to have any separation like that in the grip. They have to stay as close together as possible. So that's the basic grip and how you hold it. Here's the key, though. Go ahead and set the golf club down. Take your normal grip. What I normally see in players, take your right hand off, is that typically they grip the golf club way too weak. When you grip the golf club way too weak, it means you have your thumb going straight down right here and your hands underneath. Go ahead and put your right hand on. Then you put your right hand on. What happens when you grip the golf club too weak, and honestly, I see this in so many players, take the golf club to the top like you're swinging it and come back down. The only way to square this, see how open it comes in? The only way to square this golf club up right here is to watch her. She'll have to flip and roll our hands. Now we're all timing from here, and it makes it brutal. So if we just strengthen her grip, and what that means is take this right hand off, turn this forehand and over just enough. And what I tell people is that if Lauren's looking straight down,
2 knuckles.
2 knuckles, yeah. If you can see 2 knuckles, then you're in a good spot. Now you take your right hand and just barely cover your right thumb. Now watch when Lauren does this. She takes it to the top. She starts on her way down, and as she comes down, look how much more square that golf club is here. So it's much easier as she just rotates through. You don't have to flip your hands over.
Exactly.
Bottom,
you don't
right?
want to add anything extra into your golf swing and make it more complicated than it needs to be.
That you have to do. So a little stronger grip is very important. Last thing, go ahead and do it again. One other little thing that we see is sometimes we'll see people that have this hand underneath too much. If you're a right-hand dominant player, they'll grab it with their thumb and they'll have it underneath here. The problem, what happens there, take it back, is take it just to your hip here, Lauren, sorry. When they take it back just to hip, don't do it with that hand like this. When they do it like this with the hand underneath, the club never opens up and it becomes very shut here. When it's shut here, it's gonna come in for Lauren, it's gonna be shut, she's gonna be scooping it or whatever. So just cover that right thumb, as you see she does very well. Cover that right or left thumb up with her right hand, and that'll be a nice, comfortable place to be able to hold it. But again, she holds it in her fingers in her right hand too to be able to square it up. So nice, good grips. Feel comfortable to you?
Feels really comfortable. And then last thing with grip is pressure and how tight or loose you want to hold it. And I've always been taught, like, you want to feel like you're holding a baby bird.
Yeah.
Not so much that you're going to squeeze the bird to death.
Yeah.
But
I've seen some guys grip the golf club. That bird has no chance.
No. And then you don't want the bird to fall out of your hands either.
Yep.
So just kind of something in the middle of that.
And it wants to stay the same the whole way through. But again, a little stronger with your left hand. Be careful that you cover with that thumb. Hit us one. Perfect grip means perfect golf.